Check 1 2 1 2. Wild Nation in the building. Yeah, you know what to do. Roll up. Yeah, them motherfuckers nasty. Let's start the show.
Time for the Blunt Ratings. If this is your first time tuning in, this is how the Blunt Ratings work. We take each show and break them down into 5 categories: matches, promos and backstage segments, storytelling, commentary, and the crowd. For each category, each show can get up to 5 blunts. The average score of those 5 categories stands as the official Blunt Rating. Those are the rules. Now let's get right into tonight's edition of the Blunt Ratings.
We want the smoke. Talk to him. We want the smoke. We want the smoke. Come on, Charlie.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. I didn't know the show was starting. Wait a minute. Why'd you guys come on? There's nothing to see here. There was nothing happening. I was actually just polishing off my belt. I mean, no, I was waxing my. That's not. It's not coming off right. Damn it. That's. Okay. I'm just gonna put this down here. So, what's going on? Wild Nation, it's your boy, Mr. HD, back in the building for another episode of the Dynamite Blunt Ratings. And we had a crazy episode of Dynamite last night. Some interesting things were said on the show, and we're going to get into all of them. I just want to hurry up and get through this so I can talk about that. So, King and Buddy Gruss, what's going on? Wild Nation in the building. Camilla, what's going on? 96 Bread, what's going on, my G? Everybody in the building, appreciate y'all stopping through. As always, man, you already know what it is. So, we start the show off with the Jericho Appreciation Society, Bully and John Silver. Apparently, Jericho took a picture with everybody who's a wrestler now. So keeps bringing that up. But yeah, yeah, it was standard JES stuff. They did some more stuff later in the show we'll talk about. FTR are beefing with the Gun Club, which confused me at first because it's 2 heel teams. But this promo clearly hinted at them becoming baby faces because they were like, we know, some of our supporters don't think that highly of us because we've done some messed up stuff in the past. But, one thing they won't say is that we're spoiled brats. You know what I mean? Like those guys who are only here because their daddy or somebody important and he's trying to godfather them into the cup. And he's like, that's not what's so. We're going to get FTR in the Gun Club. FTR is going to beat them, then probably go into something bigger and better, obviously. So that's happening there. Then MJF came out and went off on everybody. Obviously said he wasn't done with CM Punk. He's going to piss on his grave at some point. And took a little too far there. But yeah, he also obviously went at Wardlow. And, the crowd was crazy. What the fuck was up with this crowd? It's WrestleMania season, but this wasn't WrestleMania. It's still in like 2 weeks. The crowd was nuts. It was the whole night. The crowd was like, felt like the arena was shaking. They were so loud at moments. That shit was crazy. But, yeah, so, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, MJF, he was talking about Wardlow, whatever, and, basically told the crowd he should thank him because Wardlow still works for him, and we only know Wardlow because MJF brought him around, blah, blah, blah. Then he said something called Wardlow's mom a whore or a slut or some crazy shit, and obviously Wardlow wasn't going for that. So he came out and had to be held back by like 30 different security dudes, and then MJF just kept talking his yin-yang. So, MJF's going to do what MJF does. He's one of the best heels in professional wrestling right now. So interested to see what's really next for him. Obviously, the Wardlow feud. Interested to see where that's going. Trent Beretta and Yuta were backstage beefing because Trent ain't with the shits. Obviously, Yuta was hinting at trying to join Bryan Danielson and John Moxley and William Regal stable or whatever. He said, yeah, man, you don't understand. I'm not trying to be the best friend. I'm trying to be the best wrestler. You can't understand that. You can suck on my big Utas. That's not what he said, but yeah, it's pretty close. So Orange Cassidy and the other guy, I always forget. But they were just sitting there, doing their thing, looking aloof, like they didn't know what was going on. Then Adam Cole came out and called out Hangman Page. This was pretty entertaining. Adam Cole, said he should be champion. Hangman Page is fake champion. He got lucky a couple times. Adam Cole actually said he beat him 2 times or some shit like that, or whatever the fuck he was talking about. He's not finished with Hangman Page, basically, is what it came down to. So they're obviously setting up a second match between those guys, which needs to happen. I like there has to be some rematches sometimes for these titles. We can't just be having one-offs for the world titles in these big feuds. So giving Adam Cole another shot at the title makes sense. Yeah, he actually had, we'll talk about that later, when he actually stole something. But yeah, then we had my favorite part of the show, which was the absurd segment between Sammy Guevara, Tay Conti, and Dan Lambert and his guys. Okay, so here we go. So Tay Conti and Sammy Guevara came out, and they were basically, at first I thought they were turning heel for a second. Sammy confused me for a second because he was like, yeah, we were doing all this, but we're not doing it anymore. We're about to, and then I thought he was about to go at the fans, but he said, we want payback. Tay Conti said, we want revenge, we want payback or whatever, and directed it towards the wrestlers. So they weren't turning heel. They're actually super babyface after this promo. But Dan Lambert came out. They called out Dan Lambert and the crew. He said they'll run through all those guys. And then Lambert came out being loud and obnoxious like he does. And he just, oh my God, this dude is the greatest. He's like Paul Heyman, but on HBO. It's like if Paul Heyman Paul Heyman was on Dynamite. That's what Dan Lambert is, what Paul Heyman would be on Dynamite. He just says whatever. He doesn't care. He called Sammy Guevara Tiny Tim, and he called Tay Conti Lucha Horace. No. That's too good. You can't. Don't do that. That's too good. That's too fucking good. It's too good. Oh my God. That shit was hilarious. He said Lucha Horace. The crowd was fired. Jordan Gresham did the same with the Ring of Honor title and the birthday cake. Oh shit. I didn't see that. The Lucha Horace shit was, oh my God. I was just about to say that, Kid, but I was like, that is a chantable name. Like, Lucha Horace. Lucha Horace. No. Don't do it. That's too good of a fucking name. You can't do that. You can't have people chanting Lucha Horace at a babyface. It's too good. Oh, man, that is hilarious. She is not Stephanie McMahon in the Chris Jericho feud. She does not need to be getting slayed like that. But then it just got worse because after he finished running down them and saying that hilarious shit, it just got even more funny because he was like, yo, you guys want to give them a match? And Ethan and Scorpio was like, nah, they just walked off. And Dan Lambert's like, we're out of here. And he kissed the title like he's always doing. He's always kissing on the belt. And Sammy was like, yo, I know we've been living in your head rent-free. No, I can't even repeat it. But if you knew what we were doing while wearing that belt, you know that we are also now living in your mouth. No. No! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Let me fix the ISO on my camera real quick. I'm sorry. It's all dark. Here we go. Oh my God! What the hell? Why would you say something like that on national TV? We are now living in your mouth. Oh my God. No kids understood what was happening. It was like us watching shit from back in the day sometime. We didn't understand what the jokes that were going on, but we understand them now watching it back. Like, That's gonna be one the kids watch back later, like, oh my god, mommy, they were talking about cum. Did he say? Did he mean he ejaculated on the belt, mom? I mean, maybe Tay's a squirter. Maybe it was her. Who knows? Oh man, that shit was fire, bro. That was one of the best. That was the best shit I heard all night. That was the most hilarious shit I heard all night. It's a little too far. I don't know if I needed to hear it. It was just envisioning that. I just didn't need to. I don't even need to think about how it happened. Like, cause the first thing you go is like, I wonder how that happened. And you don't even want to think. I don't even want to think about that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Take Conti is bad though. I ain't. Oh man. Hogan Warriors, Savage did. Oh, that's gross. Oh God, I don't even want to know. Jesus Christ, I don't know. What do you think about old wrestlers, man? Anyways, that was definitely my favorite part of the entire night, the funniest part of the entire show. But let's move on from the pornography. Swerve and Ricky Starks are going to be having a feud. They're going to be fighting on Rampage on Friday. That match is going to be ridiculous. That seems like something we should be getting at a pay-per-view. And it's apparently for the FTW title. So is Swerve going to lose? There's got to be some interference or something. Guess Keith Lee and Hobbs going to be out there with him. Whatever, we'll see. And Jade Cargill cut a promo saying she likes green everything. After her 30th win, she wants green everything. She should have said, I want some. That's what she should have said. I want Matt Riddle to show up with RVD and Randy Orton, and we can have a party. And who else? Who else would be there? MVP. Who else would be there? There'd be some more people there. Yeah, and we could just have a party. Private Party would be there because it couldn't be a party without the Private Party. So yeah. And then we had what else did we have? I think we had Jericho cutting another promo at some point before or after the match. Can't remember. Oh, excuse me. Why the hell am I yawning? It's 3 in the afternoon. But yeah. So I gave promos and backstage segments probably. Might be a low score, but the only thing I really enjoyed from the promos and backstage segments, the only thing I thought was super like fire was the Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti. I just thought that shit was fucking hilarious. MJF's promo was standard MJF stuff. So I gave the promos and backstage segments 3.5 blunts. Could have probably crept up to 3.75, you know what I mean, for that, but we'll go with 3.5. So matches were crazy. I can't even lie. CM Punk fought Dax Harwood to open the show. No promos or nothing, just open the show with that fire-ass match. Punk ended up winning with an Anaconda Vice after they went back and forth a whole lot, working limbs during the match. CM Punk was getting his neck fucked up. Dax was getting his arm fucked up. These guys had a great match, two veterans. Then we had a fire-ass 4-on-4 match with the Hardys, looking like the Hardys. And Katie came, they were all dressed in black. Jeff had the black and white face paint on so he could match his tag team partners, Sting and Darby. And they were going up against Private Party and Butcher and the Blade, the AFO now, the Andrade Family Office. I wish they would have had separate entrances for those guys, though. They came out with Andrade and played his old Family Office music, which is fucking trash. And I like Private Party's entrance. I wish they would have got to do their entrance. I like doing the shots with the VIP rope. They got one of the coolest entrances in AEW. They should get to do it as much as often, but as often as they can. But yeah, the babyfaces won this match. It was a pretty fucking good match, man. Match started off crazy because AFO hadn't even got all the way to the ring, and Darby did his crazy thing. Like, was taking out so long, it just dove and turned himself into a bullet and, dived on a bunch of people. Then Sting immediately climbed to the top rope and almost bust his ass. He almost slipped. I saw it. And then he just kind of was like, oh, I'm about to slip. Let me just fall off the top rope. So he did a dive off the top rope, which looked pretty fire. So yeah, the match went from there. It was just crazy. I'm underselling it honestly because it was pretty ridiculous. They were fighting all over the ring. Jeff did a swanton outside in the in a corridor hallway thing where he had all them laid out on table, the butcher and on the tables, and he was like 20 feet up, but he did a swat. This match was crazy. I ain't gonna even lie, it was wild, and it ended with like a double. You know what I mean? Like one hit the twist of fate, another one hit their finishing move. I forget which one they hit. But yeah, the Scorpion Dead Drop. Sting hit that, and then they ended up getting the win. The match was crazy. Super fun match. Probably my match of the night. Honestly, that 4-on-4 match was probably my match of the night. We also had Moxley and Danielson beat up the Varsity Bonds. They beat the shit out of these dudes. Like, they beat them up. Like, it was just, they beat the dog shit out of these dudes. It almost felt uncomfortable and unnecessary at one point. They were just beating them, like, kicking them and punching them. Looked like a real fight. It just looked like they didn't like them at all. So it was crazy. Sting did botch that finish a little bit, like, but you know, it worked off. It worked out. But yeah, he started off jumping off the top rope. He fell off the top rope. Let's be clear. He was gonna jump, but then he almost slipped, so he just fell. He was just like, I'm gonna just fall forward. I saw it. Yeah, Moxley and Danielson beat the Varsity Blondes. Adam Cole went up against Jay Lethal in a figure 4 match. I don't know. Jay Lethal just kept trying to do the figure 4. He tried to do it like 9 times, and it's just like, okay, bro, we know that your move. Maybe try the elbow drop. Maybe try the move of the other character you stole a gimmick from. Like, can we get something else? But yeah, the match was fire. Jay Lethal is obviously a superb talent inside the ring. I hope that they give him more to do. I'm glad they're putting him in matches like this on this type of stage against this type of opponent, because obviously Adam Cole is Adam Cole. But he had help from Red Dragon, man. They were causing interference and shit, and then, you know, they distract the ref, and Adam Cole, you know, did Adam Cole things and punched him in the dick, because that's what Adam Cole does now. He's the new Shinsuke, I guess. And, you know, he punched him in the dick and hit him with the boom to the back of the head, and got the 1, 2, 3. So that match was pretty good up until, you know, the finish. It was cool. I'm cool with the finish. Protects Jay Lethal a little bit. Then we had Layla Hirsch and Red Velvet, fire-ass match. Layla Hirsch ended up winning. You know, I think she's going to end up going up against Chris Statlander, because Chris Statlander came out to make the save when Layla Hirsch took things a little too far after the match. Yeah, all that shit, all the matches were good, man. I thought all the matches were good. One of them, I thought a couple of them were borderline great matches. The 4-on-4 was fun, even though it was a little bit botched at the beginning and at the end. But, you know, Sting is 63 years old doing the shit that he's doing. You're not about to get me say anything bad about him. Dustin Rhodes had a promo too, fire-ass promo with him and Lance Archer. I ain't mentioned that earlier, but he had a pretty damn good promo. Dustin Rhodes still got it in every facet of the game. Like, it's crazy how he's just aged like fine wine in the wrestling business. So shout out to Dustin Rhodes. But I gave matches for the night, man. I don't know if this is high, but it probably should have been more like a 4. But I enjoyed the wrestling on the show. I enjoyed the wrestling on the show. Started with CM Punk and Dax Harwood, like a match you never think you see 4 or 5 years ago. Now you're getting to see it. It's crazy. But anyways, 3.25 for matches. Storytelling, we talked about a lot of that. CM Punk mentioned that he wants a title shot. He did the whole after his win against Dax. He's like, yeah, it's time, baby. It's time. So CM Punk's gonna get, you know, his title shot, maybe, hopefully. What else is storytelling? Oh yeah, the Regals team has a name. I think they're the Black Ball Combat Club, Black Bomb Combat Club. I ain't really understand what the fuck he said, but something seems a little wordy, but okay. BBCC sounds like some pornographic shit but we ain't even go there. Thunder Rosa came out to try to celebrate. She's annoying now because she said some weird shit on Twitter. Whatever. Anyways, I actually called for Nyla Rose. I was like, man, can we get Nyla Rose or Britt Baker the belt back? And Nyla Rose actually came out and attacked her. Vicky Guerrero came out saying excuse me 1,000 times, but Nyla came out and attacked her, so that was pretty funny. Blackpool Combat Club. Okay. Cool. Is that some English shit? I don't. Is Blackpool? That sounds like a soccer team. But yeah. So Nyla Rose and Thunder Rosa starting a feud. Adam Hangman Page and Adam Cole are continuing their feud. So Adam ×2 is still popping off. Swerve and Ricky starting a feud. Their storytelling's been okay. Storytelling was pretty good on the show. Obviously, MJF and Wardlow building their shit. FTR possibly turning babyface at this point. You know, JAS going up against Dark Order. I don't know if that really means anything right now, but it was what it was. I gave storytelling 4 blunts, man. Commentary, not much to talk about there. Guys did a great job on commentary last night. Pretty entertaining. The show's always live. They help those guys a lot. But the crowd, man, 4.5 blunts. 4.5 blunts for the crowd. I couldn't go no lower than that because the crowd they were crazy. Were they Austin, Texas this week? That shit was nuts. Is it South by Southwest right now? Were there like some extra people there or something? I know South by Southwest either coming up or is going on right now. Like one or the other. But that crowd was fucking crazy. It felt like it was 50,000 people in there. They were so loud at points. Like I said, it felt like the floor was shaking the way I was watching that shit. So we'll see, man. That's an overall score of 4.05, which is not a 4.1, man. So unfortunately, it is only a silver badge for AEW Dynamite, the highest, the very highest possible silver badge, right below the gold badge threshold. So still an awesome, excellent show for AEW Dynamite, and they're not even building to a WrestleMania. So what the fuck is WWE doing? Keith Limited Lee is AEW Dark Exclusive. No. Oh, yeah, South by Southwest just happened. Yeah, shit, I used to go there joint all the time, bro. I went to South by Southwest for 6 straight years because I was performing. So, shit, I got to open up for the Locks. Shit, it was a rack of thousands of rappers down there. I did shows with so many people I can't even remember. But, yeah, South by Southwest was always so much fun, man, every time we went down to Austin. If you were there, Grush, y'all would have got the 5, man. You weren't there, man. You know what I mean? You weren't there. You know what I mean? Gruss keep the city lit. Hell yeah. Are you in Austin, Gruss? I thought you were in like Houston or something. I didn't know you were in Austin. That's tight. That's tight. So yeah, man. That's it for the blunt ratings, man. I think I'll be here Saturday. I think. Don't quote me on that. Because I have to work Friday night and Saturday afternoon. So we shall see. But until the next show, man, appreciate y'all, Gruss, KGM, all you guys that come through the chat every day, man. Appreciate you guys tremendously. And yeah, man. Go ahead and get up out of here, man. See y'all on the next one. Deuces. Why do I keep doing that? That's like the second time I've done that. My bad. Like, all right, y'all, peace. Oh, man.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell to know when we go live next. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram @WrestlingOnWe, and thanks for watching.